Well, good morning, afternoon, whatever it might be, your neck of the woods. Quick video today. We're gonna fix this exhaust. Gonna make it real quick because I want to take the Impala to work today and get some leg stretches on it. So let's get into that. So I got it jacked up, got it blocked because it'll roll, and now we have access to this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up that exhaust clamp on the front and the back. We're going to take the other jack that we have over there and we're going to put it underneath there, jack it up, tighten it up, and it should be good to go. At some point, I think I want to make sure, probably weld this exhaust on so it's nice and taut like it should be, but right now, just, bare minimums to drive the car. Decided to throw a jack stand in there because I didn't want to, trust my life with a 30-cent O-ring that's in there. But anyway, now we're up. Shake test. We should be good. So now I'm gonna pop under there and get that loosened up. The joys of working underneath a car on a hill. Your tools roll away. Great. Hi, Ba. All right, 13 mil. Loosen them up. Don't strip them. Don't strip them. Did I do that really? Yes, I did. Okay. That one's not wanting to, but I think we got enough where we can, yeah. Oh. Let's show you. Let me show you. So as you guys remember, my tailpipe was off. Here's why. As I move the muffler, you can see, watch back there, boop, that moves up. So what it does is it's going to realign the tailpipe so it's more symmetrical to where it needs to be. This clamp, unfortunately, is pretty, I want to say loose, but it's kind of loose. And I think there's a reason why I welded that one on, because these mufflers are a little heavier than what these clamps can hold. So I'm really debating on getting out the welder and just kind of getting this where it needs to be tight, and then just to get a line on here. I'll look at it here in a minute. Also, you can see where I caught the curb, or that speed bump, and then also the scraping that I've been doing on the way home. So, not good. But let's get this guy back up to where it needs to be. So with my jack that I'm gonna hand operate, we got it up here, and we're just gonna push the exhaust back into where it needs to be, up that way. Hear crunching, whatever, it's fine, it's fine, it's all fine, it's all fine. So that's about where I think I'm happy with it. It's about the same on the other side. I'm just gonna go and make sure that the tailpipe is not bound up over the axle, and then we'll get back under here and snug stuff up. Yeah, looks like everything is clear under there. All right. I am worried about that leaking. That looks like a pretty decent gap. But man, I didn't want to bust the welder out, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so whenever you weld, especially on a newer vehicle in the last 40 years, unhook the battery. You don't want any bad power coming through, frying out your ECM. So unhooking the battery will give you peace of mind, I guess. And also, when you ground out stuff, put your ground as close to your weld as you possibly can. So I'm gonna clean up that line right where the exhaust clamp is at, up over there. And I'm actually gonna ground it out to that clamp. So, and what I decided is I'm just gonna put a quick little bead on this thing just to help it from twisting, because I think that's all it did, was it just kind of twisted and that clamp loosened up. So that's all I did on the other side. I don't want to do a full weld on it because A, I'm lazy, and B, I'm thinking I might actually change these out to a quieter muffler, but to be determined. I'm still working on that one. So I'm gonna buzz a weld on front and back and let her down. So some more welding safety. Make sure you have all your PP and E personal protective equipment for the slow. Helmet, gloves, the arm stuff, you know. I highly recommend at the bare minimum a mask, or you just do the squint and look away. Hope you get a good weld, but I'm not going to do that today because I actually want it to be decent. When you look at a welding arc, when it's going with direct eyeballs, it puts sunburn on your eyeballs, and it's kind of like having sand in your eyes for probably 48 hours. Ask me how I know. Nope, don't, because I think you already know the answer. So, cheap wire wheel, that's what I use. Get where you're going to weld cleaned up really well and where you're going to ground it out at. And you should be good. I'm going to do the same on the back, and then I'm going to burn this in. To set that thing up, I'm actually going to set it up on max wire and probably around 5 or 6. That's just a Harbor Freight 110 welder. Flux welder, works what I need it for, what I need it to do. So let's see if I can screw this up. It's always fun welding on your back, far away. Yeah. Never mind needing a lift or anything like that. Let's go. Well, how come my helmet is not dimming like it's supposed to? Helps turn that helmet on. Self-dimming and all. Probably could have squinted on that one anyway. So, trick is not to burn through either of your pipes and blow a hole through it, and then you're trying to patch weld that. So that's it. And once the flux is on there, I like to take my brush or my wheel and clamp the weld a little bit, just to make sure I didn't blow through anything. And yeah, I guess good enough for right now, because that'll hold what I need it to hold. I just need to keep it from twisting. Okay, well, there's that one cleaned up. Of course, I mentioned I just did a little half on there. My goal is just to keep it from spinning, which I think that'll achieve, plus tightening the clamp. I did leave the ground there because coming from there back, it's not really going to go much where I'm worried about it. So this is all done. So let's go ahead and let this down, and hopefully our exhaust is going to be at least higher than our rear sway bar here. Okay. Exhaust is now off the jack, and it is not going anywhere. So time to lower the car down and see our final clearance. All right, back on the earth, and we are not hanging down anymore. Yep, that'll work. That will work, at least for now. All right, it's all back on the ground. Sitting up where it needs to be on this side. don't know about the other side. I think it's low. Yeah, definitely down. So we got an issue there. We're gonna have to address it at some point, but could be shocks. We'll figure that out. But let's give this thing a cold start. I can't do an exhaust video without firing it up and having you guys listen to it. So here it goes. So that'll do it for this episode. Programming stuff. Another Impala video in the books. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you next time.